Hello friend, welcome back for another planner chat on my channel, Coffee and Stickers. If you're new here, my name is Tammy, and I'm so glad you clicked on today's video. If you find your happy place in the craft aisle or you enjoy creative planning or journaling, then you are in the right spot. I'm a busy mother of 5 children, 2 of them being littles under 5 years old. Keeping a planner keeps me sane, and I simply enjoy the hobby of it. Let's take a closer look at what brought you here today to begin with. My health journal, also known as this Spring Start Hobonichi Weeks. Honestly, this was completely an impulse buy, and when I purchased this cute little planner, I had no idea what I was going to use it for. I just decided on the spur of the moment, I'm going to buy a Hobonichi Weeks. I've never had one, so this one right here is actually my very first. I know that they're quite popular, and there's many videos on YouTube about them, but I went ahead and did it, and I decided really quickly that this would make an excellent health journal. So that's what I've been using this for, is my health journal, and it works quite well. It's actually a great spot to store and track important health information. I myself personally am getting to an age where I really do need to start tracking my health, taking care of myself better than I have been doing. Being a busy mom or a caretaker of anybody, any loved one, you do tend to forget things that you need to take care of for yourself. That goes for those of you that are caring for elderly parents or possibly special needs children. I actually do have one special needs child, but I also have my littles, and it's very easy to forget things, basic things that you need to do to take care of yourself. Simple things like drinking water or taking showers. Sometimes it just helps to have something like this that you actually keep track of all of those little things. They do matter, and you do matter, so this is very important. And I decided to go ahead and continue this health journey that I'm on with this particular planner. I currently have it in a mauve term that's in the Croco pink. I love it, and I'm very grateful for it. Okay, on the inside, I'm not really going to go through all of this stuff right here because there's nothing really that important in here. But I will show you that I did purchase some tabs. The tabs I have on this planner are from the Shine Sticker Studio, and I just stuck the last couple of tabs right here. This particular sticker here is from Miss Moss Gifts. I've been watching some videos where I saw somebody planning that had stickers on her planner, and I loved them, absolutely loved them. I think it was Stacy's Heart and Plans, but that's where I got the idea for these stickers right here. They're so cute. I love the Miss Moss stickers. The color of this particular Hobonichi Weeks is, I believe it's called Lemon Water. I also have it in one of the plastic Hobonichi Weeks covers just to protect it, basically. I'm not sure if it really does need one or not, but I do have it, so I put it in there. I have not decorated the inside here. I have considered putting something in, but I just haven't figured out what that will be yet. Same thing with this page here. I may put something in, but I just haven't figured out what yet. And then there's, of course, this page. But I did decorate my calendar pages here with some stickers from the Shine Sticker Studio. Then I bought this with my tabs, which there's my tabs, if you can go ahead and see them. I went with the pastel rainbow theme, and I really like the way that looks. It looks really cute. I'm going to use the calendar pages most likely to track my cycles and just keep track of where I'm at. I have already started tracking elsewhere, but I'm going to put it in here. This is extremely portable. It'll be very convenient for me to take this to the doctor's office. So that's what I'm thinking I'll do. I also considered circling on here all of the holidays just to keep track, but I'm not completely sure. This is a spring start Hobonichi. It does start in April, but because of that, it is Japanese, not English, and you will find that some of the dates are red that I believe are Japanese holidays. That does not bother me. That's not a problem for me. I just ignore that basically. Right here, this is going to be where I track my weight up here at the top. Each month, there's plenty of lines here for me to track throughout the month. And what I will do is write down the 8th, and then like I'll write down whatever the day is of the month, and then how much I weighed on that day. And I haven't decided when, like how often or frequently to record that, but I will go ahead and record that in here. And then here, I am going to record my steps, which I also purchased this watch here. I actually haven't worn a watch in years. It's just not something I've had. Or even desired for that matter, but I wanted to get a pedometer is really what I wanted, was a pedometer, and they come in watch form these days, so I went ahead and got this simple watch, and this is recording how many steps I take, and I am using that to record my steps for the day. I actually found that I'm a lot more active than I thought that I was. I thought I was way more sedentary, but I am very busy apparently, just walking around in my house and around my neighborhood for walks with the kids. But I just wanted to keep track of that here. My goal is to reach 10,000 steps, and eventually I'd like that to become like a lifestyle habit I have. And also my goal is to lose some weight, and I'm hoping that up here that will reflect that, but we'll see how it goes. Then it goes into your monthlies, which on my monthlies, I am going to use that to record any medical information. For example, medical appointments, like this is the day I went to the dentist. That way I can remember when I went or when I have another appointment, but also if for some reason I end up on some type of medication that maybe I just started, maybe it's like an antibiotic or something, I can record it here. I might possibly put other information, like if I get sick or something like that, but mainly this is going to be important medical information that I can access really quickly. So I also am using it for different workouts that I am doing. I actually have forgotten to put some in, and I need to go back and plan those, like put those in. So I'm glad that I just remembered to do that. But if I do like some of my physical therapy exercises, I'll put PT. I'm trying to walk much of the week, if not every day, but as much as I can, depending on the weather. And then I will do other exercises as I can throughout my day. I went ahead and put together, this is just a mock layout. I did not have this book in February, but I've never had a Hobonichi Weeks, and I was a little bit overwhelmed, so I decided I'm just going to go ahead and use these empty pages for my weeklies to practice what could I put in here. So I decided that I would try like breakfast, lunch, and dinner, some gratitude, and then another box for my weather and the mood or my energy, and record some symptoms, how much caffeine, my hydration level, how much water I drink, and a little habit tracker here at the bottom. Does not leave a lot of room for any type of decoration, which I am okay with this being functional completely. That is perfectly fine with me. If there's spaces for little stickers, then great. If not, that's fine too. Then I decided to try a different layout, which I just went back here and just, again, this is a mock layout, just made up stuff. So this actually might be accurate. I may have gotten this from elsewhere, because I do actually track the weather elsewhere, but I decided to go ahead and put that in there. And then, so I was going to try the horizontal way of doing my meals and then track my water, gratitude up here, habits and symptoms, and my energy level here, which actually leaves me another little box here, which I have not yet decided what to put there. So I have some more empty weeks here, which I'm going to save for times that I want to draw up a new layout to practice with, and then decide if it's something I'm going to use. So I went ahead and did this. I actually had to fill in another one here, but I really liked using it this week. And then I went ahead, now I'm here on this one, and it is actually Monday, so I still have yet to go through the week. But I'm also using this pencil board here to just mark off where I'm at in my week, to find it really easy. And then here at the back in my notes section, I have not put anything in yet, but I am going to use this for things like recipes, workouts, anything health related, basically. That's what I'm going to use this for. If I find some exercises on YouTube that I like, I'll put that down here. If I'm looking for some advice, like say, I'm actually been looking into menopause and whatnot. There's so much information out there these days, and I might just use this to jot down some notes on that subject. So I currently am using a Muji pen in here. I've used a couple different types of pens in here. Sometimes they do tend to smear, I've noticed, but that does not bother me. This one did not seem to smear. The Muji did not seem to smear, so I'm using that currently. And yeah, so anyhow, that's how I'm using this. I'm trying to make my meals something that's healthy. I'm trying to opt more for like your high protein, high fiber meals. They do say that as a woman gets older, that's better. Trying to aim for high protein, high fiber. I'm trying to aim for more water in my day. I am a coffee junkie. I love coffee, and it's easy for me to get way too much caffeine throughout the day. So like right now I've got my water, and I try to do that throughout my day as well. My gratitude in here, I do like to keep track of the gratitude, simply because it, to me, is a good habit to get into, to think of something you're grateful for every day. Because I think many of us take a lot for granted. And the way I grew up, my parents were very negative, and it was very easy to just start looking at things in the negative way. Well, I don't want to be that way. I don't want to be that type of person. I would rather be grateful for what I do have. As for the weather, I am recording my weather in here because I am curious to see if the weather has any bearing on my symptoms or my emotional state or my energy level. The habits I'm tracking are basically to remind me to do them, or how long it's been since I've done them, and to see if I'm being inconsistent. I need that as a reminder for myself. Walking every day, reading. I am not a reader, and I really would like to read more often. My son got me an e-reader for Christmas, and I started out the year reading great. And then now I'm back to what I have been my whole life, which is hardly reading at all. So I want to try to read, or at least track how often I'm reading. Nap. I'm trying to track to see if I am taking many naps or not throughout the week. I have one child who is almost 11 months old, and so there are still times at night that I am not getting a full night of sleep because of it. So sometimes I do end up taking naps. Tea is for, I'm trying to get into the habit of drinking an herbal tea before bed, just to unwind and relax my body and my mind before I fall asleep. Those are the things I'm tracking currently. I did leave some space, as you can see. As I'm going, I may come up with some other ideas of things to track, and I just wanted to keep that space there. I may also change things that I'm tracking, like maybe I'll get in the habit of reading, or I don't take many naps anymore and I just want to take those off. I may change that. In fact, I could change anything on here, but that's one of the things about this particular planner that I really do enjoy, is how very flexible this layout is. I like that this can meet my needs where I'm at any particular week of the year. That is really pretty cool. I like that. Thank you for hanging out with me today while I did this little planner chat about how I am recording my health and wellness in this Hobonichi Weeks. I really do like making videos like this for you, and if this is the type of content that you like, then I hope that you will give me a thumbs up and consider subscribing if you haven't yet. Also, if you have any questions or comments, then please go ahead and leave them down below. I love getting comments, and I do try to respond to each and every one of them. Well, I appreciate you, and I hope that you all have a blessed week. Bye for now.